Today we face off against the team we beat in the Europa League finals, but only just on penalties. How do we get on in the Champions League? Roll the intro. Hello and welcome back to the NK Zagreb save. I am Cultured Left Foot and today we take on Red Bull Salzburg, who the team from Austria, who we beat on penalties in the Europa League final to get our first piece of European silverware. And to be honest, well, where are we? There we go. We beat them 3-1 in the game I did off camera, so I'm not actually too worried. But does this show how far we've come from 2 seasons ago? Maybe we are making steady, really good improvements. So obviously, we beat PSG 4-0, we beat Shakhtar 1-0, we beat Rodez 1-0 as well. We beat Man United in a friendly 2-0. We beat Standard in a friendly 1-0. We beat Hajduk 2-0. We beat Salzburg 3-1. We beat Solin 1-0. We beat Başakşehir 4-0. We beat Sibinek 2-0, and we've just beaten Osijek 3-0. And we're going up against Red Bull Salzburg in the CLF Zagreb arena in Zagreb in Croatia. So we invite them here, and then after that is the Dynamo Zagreb, so the Zagreb derby away in Maksimir in a drizzly and a wet Croatia, as you can see at the moment with the little symbols and the temperatures. It's only 8 degrees when we play against Red Bull Salzburg, not very warm at all, but we are the favourites for the game. We do sit atop the group, 3 wins from 3, 9 points, the only team with a clear record because we've beaten everyone, which makes sense. We're still in the Croatia Cup as well, into the 3rd round. We're waiting for the draw there. We won the Super Cup and we are top of the league, 13 wins from 13 with a goal difference of 27, 39 points. You can see Dynamo scoring loads of goals as well, but not managing to keep anybody out. They lost 3-0 to us and 1-0 to Lokomotiva. But generally, we're going well. Top goal scorer for us, we have 5 goals from Garcia, Medina and Tello in the league. Tosic leads the average ratings and Medina has the most assists. In the Champions League, Tosic and Gigliotti, so our left back and our striker, are the top scorers in the Champions League, with Tosic again as the highest average rating and Medina again the highest assister. In the Cup, Rafinho, something like that. You guys are trying to tell me how to pronounce it. I can't never get it right. Is up there with 2 goals. Simonovic is actually our highest rated player, and Vlakovic has 2 assists from the striker. And the Super Cup doesn't really matter because we've only played 1 game. But we're going to go straight into the game against Red Bull Salzburg. No messing around. This is how we're going to be lining up. It's going to be Ozan in goal, Ferizovic, Leonardo, Oder and Tosic at the back, Julian, Tello and Garcia, Munoz on the left, Medina on the right and Gigliotti starting through the middle. And I'm hoping for a good performance, a good showing. They're playing obviously Leonardo Fode, our ex-player, in the middle of the park. We know he can be very, very dangerous. So I'm going to say we can secure qualification for the first knockout round if we get the win. So go out there and get that win for me. The only thing I need to put back on is goal replays because I turned them off because I don't need to see the goals again generally when I'm here on my own. They're more for your benefit. But let's get the game underway. And would I take a draw? I probably wouldn't. I'm expecting us to win. I am expecting us to win because we've got a very good performance. Not too sure why Oder's taking my throw-ins, but Munoz picks up the ball from Gigliotti, tries to lay it off to Medina. It's cleared. Rafis comes forward. We put 2 tackles in him and get the ball. Leonardo has it. Back to Oder. We've got loads of players available. Yeah, it's an easy pass on. Garcia holds the ball, beats his man, and just holds on to it again. Oder, Tello. Back to Julien, who's found himself getting a lot more first-team football now that we've sold Amaral, which is good for him because he is a good little player. Alvarado comes forward though, and this could be a chance for Salzburg as Rafis is put in behind and Ozan makes a good save, and that would have been dreadful if they'd gone up in the first minute away from home. Yeah, well, thought we'd started well. We were keeping the ball quite well, but we gave it away. But 7 minutes gone, and they pick up a yellow card. PSG take a 1-0 lead against Shakhtar Donetsk. And yeah, we should be showing a bit more than this. We're better than this, boys. Come on, sort it out. As Hendricks is over the ball, Van Dam picks it up into Wagner. Wagner out to Alvarado. He turns, gets a shot, hits the bar. Tosic clears it away, and Medina brings it forward. Now is there a chance for a counter-attack? It's like a 4-on-3 here. Lays it over to Garcia. It's just put a little bit wide. Garcia on his left foot, ball across, and Paulo Julsen makes an easy catch, and that's not the best. So they've hit the bar. They've had the better of it, to be honest. Let's just drop it down to positive. We don't need to force it that much, really. We can afford to be a little bit more patient. It's not like a league game where we're just steamrolling people, but yeah, we'll drop it down to positive away from attacking and see if that allows us to create a few more chances. Garcia with the ball in, Tosic at the back post, heads it. I think it top tip. I think it touched the top of the bar, is what I was trying to say. But yeah, we could be doing a bit better here. Could be doing a bit better, but again, not too worried. I'm not overly worried. We're probably going to get out of this group, and then watch us draw Man United, because they'll finish second behind Barcelona, or Madrid. I mean, ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. We'll get one of those teams, because we always do. Oh, Ferizovic, the right back, is injured. That is a problem. Parmasevic will come on for him, and Leonardo will have to go to right back. But the little youngster, Ferizovic, he's made that position his own recently. He's keeping Lekshaks out of the team, even in the league games, and it's great to have a youngster come through like that. Yeah, it's really good. We deserve to win this match. Go out there and do it, and then passionately we'll give him a bit of a thing. Apart from the striker, who's going to get an assertive, "You weren't that bad. I nearly pressed, I wasn't happy," which probably would have really pissed him off. I think Man United are like 4-0 up or something, which is crazy when you think we're going to get them in the next round after winning our group. Tosic has the ball, throws it into Munoz. Munoz turns into Tello. Tello, with a bit of space, comes forward, lays it off to Garcia, his central midfielder partner. Back to Tello. Tello lays it into Medina. Medina on his left foot is blocked. Garcia, Munoz. We finally have 3 shots. One of them goes in. Gabriel Munoz gets his first goal of the season. He was moaning a little bit about wanting more first-team football. He was placated after we got Leonardo to talk to him. But I've put him in the starting lineup today, and he repays that faith with a goal. Medina, shot block. Garcia, shot block. Munoz reacts quickly on the volley and puts us 1-0 up against Salzburg. And I think dropping to positive has had a good effect, actually. It's just seemed to have taken a little bit of the impetus away from us, so we've been a bit more patient, holding the ball a bit more and creating a few more chances to boot as well. As Fore has the ball into Alvarado. Alvarado turns, goes cross-field, and Tosic should get that and does. Now Tosic will run forward with it. Can he launch a counter? Goes round one. He's still going. Lays it in. Gigliotti. What a save from Paulo Joilson in goal for Salzburg, and the tide has turned in this game. It's all Zagreb now. Tello looking for Medina, but he'll come to Garcia, into Munoz, the goal scorer. That's a terrible shot, Gabriel. Don't try that ever again. It was rubbish. Medina's struggling at right wing, so we're going to do this. We're going to do Ratinho there, or Rafinha, sorry, Rafinho. I don't know. It's spelled Ratinho. Ratinho. I mean, it doesn't even have an I before the H, so it definitely isn't Ratinho, but that's what I've been calling him. And it will probably stick like that. Tello, Tosic with a header, easy catch for Paulo Joilson in goal. Brazilian goalkeeper that came with me. No, didn't come with me to the World Cup. I dropped him, actually. As that's a massive ball over the top into Rafis, and he really should have scored. Ozim made himself big and made a good catch. Held on to the ball. Garcia puts that one in, looking for the back post. It's going to fall to Parmasevic, the youngster. He turns, gets a shot off the post and in! Paulo Joilson puts in. Is it an OG? It is an OG. Parmasevic will be unlucky not to claim that as a goal, but it hadn't crossed the line. It came back off the post, hit the goalkeeper, and this youngster, Parmasevic, the centre-back, looks like he's going to be brilliant for us. Not just for this, but he has been very good, and that is terrible, terrible goalkeeping. 2-0 up though. This is wonderful stuff. Does this put us through? It does put us through, because it would be 8 and then 11. Yeah, so it does definitely put us through into the next round, which is incredible this early on. I don't think we've ever qualified from the Champions League this early on, so I'm very, very happy about that. We're going to take Garcia off on a yellow card, and no, he's on a 6.8, so it's not the best. I'm happy to take it off 6.9 when we took him off. Tello with the ball in. O'Dare at the back post. He fires it in. It's 3. It is 3-0, and this is just ridiculous. Is this the year? I know a couple of people have said in the comments, yeah, you could win the Champions League this year. I know that on the Discord as well. We've had a few people saying it. I said we should have won the World Cup with Brazil and we got knocked out in the second knockout round, so I should probably keep quiet and just enjoy it while we're playing well. As Rafis comes forward, he's tackled by Julien, and there's Gigliotti in the middle. He finds him, goes round his man. Gigliotti's in and he sticks it in. It's 4-0, his 7th goal of the season, and there is still 10 minutes to go in this game, and Salzburg look like they've just given up hope. And it was Rafis here, really should have played the ball earlier, just dallied on it. Julien comes in, slips the ball through to Gigliotti. Great first touch to go round his man, left him for dead, and 1-on-1 he isn't going to miss from there, and that is 4-0. So we might as well make the last sub. We'll bring Bacoli on for Tosic, and no we won't, because I've used all my subs because I got an injury in the first half, didn't I? But Bacoli's just come back from injury, so I was hoping to give him a bit of a run out in today's game. But with 5 minutes to go, 4-0 up, it's been one hell of a performance, and played for, won for, drawn none, lost none, goal difference 11. plus 11 and points 12, which is unbelievably good. As that is the end of the game. PSG have put 5 past Shakhtar Donetsk, and Andre Ricardo has the ball for Salzburg. I don't think this is really going to end in anything, as Leonardo makes a really good tackle whilst on a yellow card, and I'm sure they'll pick up the ball, look to throw it in, and the referee will full-time whistle, which he does. 4-0. Wonderful, wonderful performance. Very happy with that. Was it the half-time team talk that fired them up? Who knows, but it seems to make for... Oh, Man United were 3-3 with Barcelona. Bloody hell. That's one hell of a game. 8-0, Bayern Munich beat PSV, and Real Madrid lost 2-0 to Olympique Marseille. You don't see that very often. And 9 goals for the home team in our group, which is unbelievably stupid. Dominant win. Brozovic injured for 4 weeks. That's going to hurt. Kaleda disappointed. Yeah. Send the assistant to that. 2.4. We qualified for the first knockout round, and O'Dare was on form. 3 tackles, 1 out of 3. 1 goal, and a 80% pass completion ratio is very nice indeed. We'll be back for the league game against Dynamo Zagreb. We'll see you then. Okay, welcome back. We're playing Dynamo Zagreb, the Zagreb derby. Always a big game. Oyarzun in goal, Lechchaks, Leonardo, O'Dare and Tosic at the back. Julien, Tello and Garcia in the middle. Medina, Ratinho comes in for the injured Munoz, and Gigliotti starts up front. Castano in goal for them, Jada, Avenir, Basic, Pavelka, Strunj, Lee, Kupreske, Selakovic, Pena, again a really good player, Pena, and Basar up front. And again, you haven't picked anyone that we've sold them on the bench. We do have Marin on the bench, who started his career at Dynamo Zagreb, so we might bring him on later on in the game. Let's go and give the fans a performance to cheer for, because it's a big rivalry game, it's a derby game. Let's get out there and show them what we're all about. And obviously we don't want to lose to Dynamo because they're second, and I don't really want our league... I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose in the league. I never want to lose. That's the point. We're going to do what we did against Zagreb. We're going to go down to... we're Zagreb. We're going to do what we did against Salzburg, sorry. Go down to positive and just see if it allows us to be a bit more patient. Tello with the ball in. Pavelka heads it away, and Tello will pick it up again. Has a bit of time. Gives it to Leonardo. Back to Tello. Bends one, and it hits the outside of the post and goes past the wideness. That's not very good English. It hit the post and went wide. That's what I was trying to say. But again, you know, Tosic looking a bit tired. He's got his natural fitness and his stamina is not very good. But he's just a very good left back, so I've got to try and play him as much as possible. So Jada on the ball, Jada into Strunj. Strunj holds the ball, back to Jada again. And you can see that Dynamo Zagreb aren't really playing with any sort of urgency at all. It looks like they're very happy to go and take the draw. As Lee and Jaran, they're just sort of playing it around to the right back, and we're stuck in an eternal loop of 1-2s with the right back at the moment. But then he just goes long over the top and it beats our whole defence. Basar shoots and Oyarzun makes the save. I don't like that on Football Manager. I mean, would you ever really see that in real life? Just a right back passing it 1-2 and then he just hoofs it down the line and it does everybody. I guess you could say that. Maybe Leicester with Jamie Vardy played sort of like that, but it's a little bit better. But we're going to go back to attacking. I'm not liking this. Let's get in their faces. Look at this. What's this? What's this about? We never lose on the stats front. Stats is how we win. Come on, boys. At least we're getting shots back into the game. But yeah, we need to work at this. We're not actually doing very well. Let's get creative. Let's try a little bit of wizardry. Get creative. I mean, that's not what it means. Red card. Red card. Get him off. VAR. No, it's not a red card. It's just a foul and a booking. No, he should have gone. He should have gone. Selekovic should have gone. Tello. Ball in. Toss it to the back post. Oh, it looked like that might have hit the post as well. And Castano then held the rebound, and he's put that out on his feet. He's tried to go from feet up to Selekovic, who's brought it down well, out to Kupreska. His cross is blocked. O'Dare picks it up into Ratinho. He comes forward. Good ball over the top, and Basic wins a header, but oh, he's got it wrong, and it's gone in as an OG. Mladen Basic heads the ball past Castano. Lack of communication. He just got too much on the header, and it's not how I wanted to score the goal, but I will take it. Ratinho came forward, looked to put Gigliotti in after a good run. Basic, he thought he had it covered. He's headed it past Castano out of his despairing dive, and it's 1-0 to Zagreb, and we'll drop that back to positive. And we'll demand a bit more from them after that as well, because we haven't scored the goal. Dynamo Zagreb have given us a 1-0 very generous lead from the OG. Selekovic was born, and Basic at the other end tries to score with a header but can't get it right. And I think, is that the first own goal we've had this season? in the league. I think it is. The only other one we've had is that Joyson one in the last game against Salzburg, so no goal. So you can argue we're getting a little bit of luck, although we don't really need it. We're 14 wins from 14. But 1-0 up thanks to the own goal at half-time. Let's assertively go out there and say I'm far from pleased, is what I'm going to say. It's going to stress them out a little bit, but then we're going to play the old good cop, bad cop with ourselves and assertively tell them you weren't that bad. Because I imagine what that is like you bollock them all and you're all like, you know, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with what I've seen. And then as they walk out in their little groups, like goalkeeper, no, you weren't that bad. Defence, no, you weren't that bad. Midfield, no, you weren't that bad. Attackers, no, you weren't that bad. And then they all get a little bit of a positive spike, as it were. So Castano with a goal kick. He goes long, looking for Bassar, and Leonardo wins the header, but Bassar picks it up into Pena. Oh, hello, what's going on? Is that a red? Surely it's a red. O'Dare. It's a yellow card, so it must have been an elbow or something, but O'Dare gets a yellow for a challenge which I can only assume was a Fellaini flailing elbow. But it's going to be a free kick. Sturridge has it. He fires it. Oyoza makes a save, and Leonardo completes the clearance to get it away. Gigliotti having an absolutely terrible game up front. So Vlatkovic is going to come on to replace him. And then we've got Tello not playing brilliantly either. And we've got to keep an eye on Tosic's fitness at 65% because it's not the best. So Gigliotti, the pacey hitman, comes off to be replaced by the wonder kid. Pavelka ball in back post. Kupreska makes a save. In double save from Kupreska. And that is very, very important for this game. I'm going to demand more from them as soon as I can because we're slacking off again. So I've gone back to attacking. I feel like we're slacking off a little bit in this game. Lekjaks into Gullien. Gullien to Tello. Tello holds it up back to Gullien into Garcia. Garcia into Gullien into Lekjaks' feet. And we're keeping the ball well. Tello into Gullien. Now let's do something with it. Tello. There's Lekjak in loads of space, but we ignore him. Medina goes to the left. Garcia curls one. Oh, hits the bar and goes over again. And is this like twice or three times we've hit the woodwork in this game now? Let's get Vicario on for a run out. He's actually going to come on to replace Tello in the advanced playmaker role. Bring his quick feet and playmaking abilities into the game, into central midfield. And then we might do Marin for Ratinho so he can have a game against his former club. Because we can do better. Again, Tosic is knackered, but I'm not taking him off because he's our best rated player at the moment. As they bring on Augustine Scotti, who's doing well. Dynamo as well in their Champions League group are actually performing very well, if I remember rightly. So we'll do Marin for Ratinho coming off the bench there. So we'll just demand more from them. They've gone 4-3-3 and there's 4 minutes to go as Marin does eventually get onto the pitch. And that time has gone unbelievably quickly, and this should be the end of the game. And it is. I will take a 1-0 lead with a scrappy own goal to keep us 14 wins from 14 games. We'll just say calmly, well done. That's, you know, no need to be too harsh on them. Not the best game. It was pretty shit, to be honest. But yeah, if we have a quick look at Dynamo Zagreb and look at their schedule for their senior squad Champions League group, they sit top of the Champions League ahead of Man City. They are playing Man City next, so that'll be a very tough game. But they've confirmed at least a Europa League spot, which is absolutely brilliant. With 2 games to go. Okay, so they could, as long as they don't lose heavily to Napoli or Man City, they'll be alright. But yeah, they drew 2-2 with Napoli. They've beaten Man City 2-1. They beat Young Boys 1-0. They beat Young Boys 1-0 like back to back actually. So yeah, they've got Napoli and Man City coming up. They've put themselves in a good little spot, which is really, really encouraging to see. And we keep our unbeaten run going. Up to 14 matches won in a row now. Obviously, we've won them all in the league, 14 from 14, which is great. There was also a few calls to say, how did the World Cup finish? Well, it was a disappointing World Cup for Brazil, but Colombia held it, which is very, 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 very interesting. Don't really see that too often. They beat Argentina in the final with Italy coming third. I think they beat Belgium or Holland, I think, in the World Cup third place. Holland, they beat Holland in the World Cup third place playoff 2-1. Our conquerors Uruguay, I can't remember who they got knocked out to. Was it actually Colombia they got knocked out to? No, it wasn't. Right, okay, so who did... Where's it? Well, there's Uruguay. Let's go and see. They got knocked out. They got knocked out to England. So there you go. We would have beaten and probably we probably would have played and beaten England. I still can't believe they won that game. Like, it was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. 18 shots, 10 on target. They had 6 and 3 and scored 1. We hit the woodwork 4 times. 4 times we hit the woodwork. Absolutely ridiculous. Not that I'm bitter, but it was absolutely ridiculous. It was unfair, if anything. It was 4 times. If you hit the woodwork 4 times in one game, then you should be awarded a goal just so that I don't lose. I mean, I'm very bitter. England must have played Croatia at some point. Yeah, they did. I just assumed that would be the easiest way to get there. So Croatia made it to the quarterfinals and got smashed by Italy 3-1. They had a relatively easy run there, though. South Africa, who obviously we smashed, they then smashed them 7-0. But yeah, the boss is doing pretty well, annoyingly, at Croatia, because that is the only international job that we will take in this save anymore. We'll have to see. He's there, he's stable, so he's doing very well. But anyway, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back for the final group game of the Champions League, which is there, Shakhtar Donetsk, just before we go into the winter break. As per, hang on, we've got a game on the 5th and a game on the 6th. Yeah, well done, computer. That doesn't make sense. Hopefully they'll reschedule that. The fact, especially it goes 2nd, 5th, 6th, 9th, that's absolutely stupid. But yeah, we'll see. But we'll be back for that game against Shakhtar Donetsk at home in Croatia. We'll see how it goes. But thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. I really hope you're still enjoying the series, even though it's been going on for 138 episodes now. But thank you so much for watching. For now, I'm out. Cheers.